Welcome back to Good Morning Kenora. I'm Chris Jones, and I'm here with Karla Tolstoy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here in Kenora. I love it. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world.
It is actually one of mine too, hence I live here, but that's just what I'm saying. So Karla has a very, very unique and interesting website, Tolstoy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your site?
Well, it's a site that helps couples connect on a more deeper level. So right now there's lots of sites for you to kind of hang out together like Facebook, but Facebook isn't really built for couples to better connect. And so, you know, one thing to know is we're not like a couple swinging site, just FYI, because people, when you hear the word couples, they're like, what am I doing? Meeting other couples? No, it's for you and your partner. It's a private, secure site where you guys go online, and one of the things that you can do is you can actually barter with each other.
Really?
Yes. So, Chris, you're married.
Yes.
You got kids.
Two.
Okay, so how hard is it to find time for your relationship?
Hang on, I gotta answer a text. Hang on for a second here.
Oh,
just kidding.
Right? It's hard, right?
It is, you know, between work and between family, it's difficult.
It's difficult, and it's hard to schedule it, and it's hard to.
And even to find time when you're around the house, you're doing things, and the kids, you know, and the kids become the priority, and you've got other things to do. So, a passing sort of, hey, I remember your name.
And you know, like about 60% of couples divorce due to lack of communication. That's pretty high. Yeah. So we have the trading post.
Okay.
And you can barter and trade for anything you want. But let's say that you say to Tanya that you want to have a night and you want to bring in another woman. Do you think that would ever fly with Tanya?
Probably not. No.
No, right? No. So that's why we created the graveyard. So she would take that trade and put it to rest in a graveyard. And that's her way of saying, never in a million years is that going to happen. Yes. So get that out of your head, Chris.
Damn.
Yes. Never going to happen.
There goes the entire next segment.
That's right. Your fantasies are all gone, but you can still imagine them. You just can't be putting them into play.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So actually, that's actually very neat, because you take a look at things like Facebook, where it's very fleeting, very, you talk to people.
That's right. It's superficial.
It's very superficial. And then you've got the other end, which would be like things like Lava Life and all these things, which is all meant to hook
Dating,
up.
right?
So yeah, so you're.
And then you have Ashley Madison that promotes you cheating, right? We don't want that one. So we're like saying we're the opposite of Ashley Madison. We're saying, you know what? Proactively date your partner. We also have a bunch of games called Discovery Games, and it's kind of like a new upgraded newlywed game on steroids, kind of. And you can actually play the game and learn more about each other, and you can pick topics from, you can talk about sexual topics, so maybe you can actually guess what you think each other's fantasies are or fetishes are, or just even something as simple as what time of day you prefer, or you can have like, games on money. How do you both feel about money management? Or how do you feel about the extended family? Because you know that the number one fight among couples is arguing over the in-laws, the families on either side.
Never knew that at all.
I know, shocking, right? Shocking, because you probably love your mother-in-law and you just can't imagine life without her.
She doesn't watch this, so she is a total, it's great. Of
course. No, that's really common, by the way. That's really common.
No, and I hear it a little bit. I've actually been married for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
So, when you get married for a little 10 years, you do money, interactions.
Yes.
And family are huge.
Family are really huge impacts. Yeah. And they really can upset a couple's relationship and create a lot of tension.
That's very true. So one thing leaps to my mind, I got to ask. If your website you're talking about, it says, 15, couples spend less than 15 minutes a day communicating face to face.
Yes.
So you've got this site.
Yes.
Which seems to be contradicting.
Yes.
The term. So you want more people to spend face to face, but now you have this site which is on the surface anyway, seem to pull them apart and get them on this site where they're going to be talking over LCD.
Really good point. Really good point. Well, the purpose of the trading actually is you would actually, organize your trade on site, but you know what? You actually have to do it offline. You can't really be having sex or cleaning the house online, right? So it forces you, once you do the trade, to kind of talk about it because you have to arrange how it's going to get done.
True.
And the discovery games, what's happening right now, because we just launched it on Sunday, and we've already had over 1,000 people playing, if you can believe it. What they've said is that, they play the game, and then they come home that night, because they play it separately, and they talk about the answers. And they'll say something like, I had no idea that you felt this way about, one of the questions is, do you believe that evil is born or nurtured? Okay, I mean, that's a topic you wouldn't think of bringing up with your partner at home, but it spurs a lot of conversation. So let's say you say, I think it's born, and your partner says, I think it's nurtured. You start having a conversation because you usually don't have any deep conversations.
It's true.
Right? Your conversations are like, what time are we picking up the kids? How was your job today? We got to pay these bills. My mother called. She needs us to do this. We got this party. How often do you really talk about more like your dreams or your purposes or what's going on in your life or how you're feeling?
Yeah. I would say that most people, when they get together, you have that that euphoria. You're freshly together. Yes. You're talking. You're spending all this time. Mm-hmm. But then, as soon as you add the kids into the mix, then you the connection between the two, your couple.
Yeah, it changes.
It changes. It starts deteriorating. So then you're right. You've had those days where, I've gone home with Mary. She's like, "How's your day?" It was great. How was yours? That's it. It was fine.
Right. It was great.
And then we move on, and about 11 o'clock at night, after you've done watching your TV and your things like that, you
chat for like maybe 10, 15 minutes, but it's not deep conversation. No, remember when you were first dating and you couldn't wait to learn everything about each other? You're like asking all these questions, and you're so passionate and interested and excited, and then after you get married, you just kind of go into a routine.
It's true. This goes on your finger, and your soul dies. And
oh
wait.
So we're gonna rebirth you. We're gonna get you re-energized, get those butterflies back in your stomach, get that point of where you're relearning about your partner.
I think that's a fantastic idea. And if you can do it, through I'm addicted to my texting.
Yes,
I text
of course. Yes,
all the time.
Everyone is.
And if you can do little things like that to bring yourself together.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
To create more of a closer union.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, where did you come up with the idea? Were you just kind of sitting around the campfire one day? How did this all?
Well, I spent a lot of time building this idea actually on Lake of the Woods. I've been coming here for 41 years. I love the lake. I get a lot of inspiration from the lake. So I come here really for 6 to 8 weeks, and I spend a lot of time on the creativity of the product. And I had a lot of people in Kenora testing different products for us and games because we were here. It was really great. So I kind of come here to get really big inspiration. And this is kind of what I call Kenora home. It's really my grounding spot when I come here and I look out to the lake. And so, we came here and we'd actually read an article that said there were 45 million people in sexless marriages. It's pretty high, but it's not unrealistic. It's hard to keep the sex going between a couple. Right? So, we actually studied that. And then after we had focus group with these people and talked to these people, we realized we can't help them.
Right.
They're unhelpable.
Wow.
Once you're in a relationship and after 2 to 3 years, if you lose that physical intimacy, you're basically written off. No site can help you.
No.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to bring it back.
It's really hard.
Really?
And you know what? And for us to do that is unrealistic. So we decided that we were going to turn our attention to people that were really, still happy in their relationship but want to make it better. We really go for the younger target that loves to live on Facebook already. They've met online. It makes sense that their relationship stays online. Because if you try to go for a couple that's so broken, Toki's not the fix for that. Because Toki's not built to try to be a therapy or self-help site. It's built so you have fun and you enjoy and you learn. We call it play, learn, love.
Yeah. I was actually, that's kind of my next question because it sounds very much like if people need it. That's a good question. Is it people that are looking because their marriage is very split, or is it just people that are having fun? It's very kind of like counseling.
Yes. Well, because if a couple is split, you know what? It's really difficult to get that back. And so we decided, let's have the proactive approach.
Yep.
Let's get them while they're young so they don't get to that point.
Right.
Because if they get to that point, it's very hard to get them back. And we talked to marriage experts. We talked to Oprah's experts. We really went all through the States talking to so many marriage experts. And literally, you hit a point in your marriage where you really can't go back.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to be marketing to those people because they got negative karma, and we don't want to bring them in because we can't fix them. We don't want to promise them something we can't deliver on.
Right. So you're looking for the new, and how do you, the new people and the younger crowd? And
yes, yes.
Awesome. So how do you sign up? Because I've got some
here. It's really easy. You can sign up directly from your Facebook account.
Oh, sure.
And here's like our
there you go.
Our homepage.
Wow, she's doing my
Grin,
job.
here we go. And bear it all. Grin and bear it all. Here you go. You can join for free right here. And I think I have a trade right here. It's all free. It's completely free. So you can get up and you can play around. This is an example of all the games you can play right here. I will move it in front. I'm sorry that I'm doing this. So we have about 70 games you can play. We've launched 36, but we roll 5 new ones out every single week. This is an example of a game right here.
You know, it's like you've done this before.
Yeah.
She was telling me during the break that she actually had
I did this role. I had a cable show called Chit Chat when I was 21, so that was like 20 years ago. And it was all volunteer, and I would show up for like 3 hours, but I had to do the editing as well.
See, and you can't.
Yes, I had to edit.
You don't have you do not have a commanding sort of presence at all, so you can't tell you've done this before.
Yeah. Okay. I know. Thanks. Good point. Really good point. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, that's good. Okay. Here we go. Here's the other one right here. Do I have a lucky number? You would guess for yourself and for your partner, and see how you turn out. Now, this right here is the female site. It's purple. And you see the ads are like, let him know how you're feeling with Mood Meter. But you know what I did not give you, which I apologize, is the male site. There's 2 sites. So when you sign up as a female, you see purple. You see not very sexual pictures, because women want communication. I say women want daisies, men want boobs.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. And the male site is more erotic, and the copy is more direct, because men don't like to read much. And we have 2. So we have to do 2 of everything.
You know, as a man, I'm starting to draw a line in the sand where I'm starting to feel a little offended. You know, big letters, and
I know, but it's true, right?
It's true.
It is true. I mean, we have to be realistic right now, right?
It sounds really great. You know, it actually sounds very, very interesting.
Are you going to sign up? I'm sure you've already signed up.
Absolutely done. Absolutely.
Okay, so everybody, are you guys all here going to sign up? Are you guys going to become Toki users? Come on.
By the way, we like breasts and daisies.
Do you? Oh, you're going to be awesome.
See, well, as we're going to go to break, and as we're going to break, I'm going to use my BlackBerry.
Oh, but I want to comment that I'm wearing all Kenora duds. Everything I'm wearing right now is from Kenora. Kenora designer, Kenora earrings, Kenora pants. I'm completely dressed in everything from Kenora. That's how much I love Kenora.
That's excellent.
I'm a Kenora fan. It's my home away from home.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you for coming, Karla.
It's
been very educational.
Okay, and thank you, Kenora. I love you.
And Kenora, we'll see you after the break.
Supporting local TV since 1966. Shaw TV.